Let's take a look at example 1. In this rational expression, in my numerator, I have 5x minus 14 plus 9x to the 4th minus 2x to the 3rd. Over, in my denominator, I have 6x squared plus 7x to the 6th power plus 4 plus 3x to the 5th power. If you look closely, you'll see that the numerator and the denominator, the expressions are not in standard form. And what I mean by standard form is that they're not in order from highest to lowest degree. So, even if it's not in order, you should be able to find the highest degree. So my highest degree in my numerator, let me write it out. So degree of numerator, which is Q. So my degree in the numerator, the highest one between, this is the invisible 1, the 4 and the 3, is this 4. So I'm going to put 4 underneath. Then degree of denominator, which is P, based on my exponent, which is 2, 6, and 5. 6 is the highest, so I'm going to put right here 6. So 4 is less than 6. So therefore Q is less than P. So therefore my horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0. So for my final answer, since I am looking for a horizontal asymptote, let me state that this is the horizontal asymptote, HA, and my horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0. And then I'm just going to box that up. And then that's all you have to do on finding horizontal asymptote. Identify the exponent in the numerator, identify the exponent of the denominator, compare them to, where I determine that Q is less than P, then therefore my horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0. In this example, in my numerator I have negative 6x squared plus 1 minus 7x plus 3x to the 4th power. In the denominator, I have negative 3 plus 5x to the 3rd power plus 4x squared. So just like the last example, both expressions are not in standard form, meaning that they're not in order. But again, we should be able to identify the exponents, the degree, highest exponent. So in my numerator, I have x squared, I have x to the 1 power, and I have x to the 4th. Between them three, 4 is the highest. Then in my denominator, I only have 2, x to the 3rd and x squared. So to the 3rd power is the highest in the denominator. So degree of numerator, which is Q, it's going to be 4. Then degree of denominator, which is P, it's 3. So 4 is greater than 3. Therefore, Q is greater than P. Then my horizontal asymptote, there are none. So for my final answer, I'm just going to write HA, horizontal asymptote, none. Since the degree of my numerator is higher than the degree of the denominator, there are no horizontal asymptote, and I'm just going to box this as my final answer. And that's it. In this example, in my numerator, I have negative 1 plus 7x to the 5th plus 3x squared. In my denominator, I have negative 3x squared plus 5 plus 6x plus 2x to the 5th power. And again, each expression are not in standard form, but They don't have to be if you're just looking for the highest exponent. So the highest exponent in my numerator is between x to the fifth and x squared. So to the fifth power, that's the highest. So degree of numerator, which is q, is 5. Now let's take a look at the denominator. So the exponent are x squared, x to the 1 power, and x to the fifth. Between the three exponents that you have, the fifth power is the highest in the denominator. So I'm going to write degree of denominator, which is p, is 5. So 5 is actually equal to 5, so therefore q is equal to p. So that means that for the horizontal asymptote, it's going to be y equal numerator LC, leading coefficient, over denominator LC. So in order to find the leading coefficient in the numerator, I'm going to look for x to the fifth and the number that's in front, which is the 7. So I'm going to put 7 on the top, and then for my denominator leading coefficient, I look for the highest exponent. The number that's in front of the highest exponent is the 2. So that's my leading coefficient for denominator. So I'm going to put 2 at the bottom. So y is equal to 7 over 2. And that's all you have to do. So this is what my final answer would look like. Horizontal asymptote. And then I'm just going to write what I had, which is y equal 7 over 2. And that's it. If it asks you for a decimal, then go ahead and convert to decimal. But if not, just leave it as a fraction. And this is my final answer. And that's it.